As I look upon my life, in the shadows, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, in the shadows, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams.
Good morning, everybody. Yay, greetings, man. This is Thursday morning, and we are on the Inside Show. So, with none other than Talk with Joan Thursdays. So, yes, it is our privilege and our honor to be with you this morning. And if you can talk to us on the YouTube channel, go to Inside Show and you will see that we are there. Speak to us and we will try and answer your questions if we can. So I have an interesting topic here this morning. This is something that I always wanted to do but never had the courage to do it. And so now I am actually living in the shadow of these people in the studio. So yes, we have today's topic. We are actually doing an interview with Comrades Runners, and that is Comrades Runners. That is a local is lekker, right? Local is lekker, man. So that is where we at the moment. So we are going to ask our guests in the studio just to introduce themselves. We have two runners, right from the United States of El Dorado Park. So if you guys can just introduce yourselves, your name and blah 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 blah, and then we will take the show from there. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Pastor Joan, for granting us this opportunity to come and share our views with you guys and basically explaining what Comrades is about and what running is about. I'm Theo Peacock. Married to a wonderful Shawnee's Peacock. We have two beautiful kids.
Right.
I must say running's enjoyable. Running's enjoyable, and without God, I think it wouldn't have been possible. That's me, Theo, just Theo, normal Theo.
Right. That is Theo Peacock for you guys. And then we're going to go over to our next guest.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Donovan Goliath, and I'm married to Karen Goliath. Together we have 3 children and 2 beautiful daughters by the name of Nikki. She'll kill me if I don't mention the name. Nikki and Nikita. That's my daughter-in-laws, but I take them as my daughters. Yeah, and running has been good to me. Really, it has been good to me. If people tell you that you look good from the outside,
that's true. That's true.
Then running has been good to me.
Yeah, absolutely so. So now you have your mirrors, right? You on Talk with Joan, right? So you know that we opened this talk show this podcast with a mirror. So you know I love the mirror, right? And sometimes you don't want to look into the mirror, and that is why I have the mirror. So I want you to take that mirror out of your purse, take it out of your go to the bathroom at your workplace and look at the girl or the boy looking back at you. And my question this morning, because we have Comrades Runners in the house, my question this morning is, so what does running do for you as a person? Why running?
Okay, let me start. Running to me promotes a healthy lifestyle, right? It will change your eating habits, first of all.
Wow.
Running will change your eating habits. It will change your sugar intake, all of it. It reduces stress.
Right.
I know when you go through a difficult time, when you go through a difficult time, or you have a difficult time in your life, when you go out running, it seems to just disappear.
No, that's true.
It's like it just dissolves. It just there's like
I think something happens
over,
in your
something
mind.
happens inside,
yeah.
whereby it just takes over everything. I find it that most of the times when we run, I pray a lot.
Right, that's true.
I pray a lot, and you must remember that we don't run with a Bible, basically.
Yes.
in your mind, you'll
Yes.
recite all the Bible verses,
scriptures.
all the scriptures that you've remembered.
Yes.
And it will basically just come out of your mouth and inspire other people.
Right.
We'll basically run in a group and we start saying a verse or we start singing.
Yeah.
We start singing a gospel hymn. We start
Yeah,
doing
so but that I suppose, because I always find it like when you running, I always thought that no, don't talk, don't do, because you're losing some sort of strength,
Yeah.
right? So we will go into that, right? We will go into that. Why running?
Okay, for me, running, I played soccer for a very, very long time. And after that, I just became lazy. And then my wife inspired me. Come with me, come to training and stuff like that. So I went to training with her. I did a few races on my own leisure time. And like Theo said, I remember the Lost Cop Dam one, where it was very, very, very long. And there was a one runner that played gospel music, and I could relate to him. And as you say, you forget about what happened the Saturday, the Friday, or the week prior to the race. You forget everything. It's just you on the road. Sometimes you will cry for whatever reason. For one race specifically, I remember I was running and I was singing the song "God is fighting for us, pushing," and I could relate how Pastor Lester's dancing on the stage and the band, and I just started sobbing. But it was a good sob.
Wow,
and you
wonderful,
wipe
eh?
your tears, you wash your face, and you go on and you talk to fellow runners. And I could relate to the guy playing the music. I told him it's very good, it's inspiring and stuff like that. And I ran alongside him. That actually helped me to cut the kilometers, because when
Right.
you're on your own, you tend to think a lot of things.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah,
eh?
and you look at the road, the road is so long.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now you've got this guy here next to you, and the music is playing, and you're singing along, and you're talking so now and then, and it cuts the kilometers.
Right, so because of the inspiration.
Inspiration, he's talking
Yeah.
to you, and by the time you open your eyes,
Yeah.
you've reached a certain kilometer, far from where you actually were. Yeah.
And I actually think that you make friends as well. You
Yeah,
make a lot of friends.
friends, yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of friends that you never actually knew.
Yes,
that you would
because
have.
it's
Yeah.
from all
It's
over,
from all
right? So
over.
when we speak Comrades Marathon, it's a lot of people, because I saw on this one in June, this now,
June
it was
11th,
two weeks
weeks
back,
ago,
right?
yeah.
June 11, yeah. I saw there were 15,000 people running.
Yeah, the comrades.
Goodness, because when you look at it, you just see a sea of people. And I always wondered, how many people are running this thing? And how do they get not to fall? I know sometimes people fall because they are tripped by one another or something like that. But how do they always, find their way through? And then you see how it's
actually
thinning
not- I
out
think
there.
It's actually not the tripping over one another. Like in Comrades in the morning, you need to watch out for the cat's
Cat eyes, yeah, in the
cat's
middle of the
eyes
road.
on the middle of the road.
Yeah.
You need to watch for portals. So it's a bit dark when you start running. So
So what time do you
Comrades
start?
start 5:30.
5:05.
But the build up. Let's start with the build up to Comrades.
right.
The build up to
Right,
Comrades.
what's the prep? What's the prep?
The build up to Comrades. The build up to Comrades, you need to qualify for Comrades. That's the
So
first
how do
thing.
you qualify?
You qualify with the races that you run in between Comrades. So it's not only whereby you just wake up in the morning and decide it.
From the couch to the Comrades.
I'm gonna go to Comrades. No. It starts off whereby you need to put in training, right? Donnie, I'm gonna give you.
Okay, so for the training part, you have to be fully prepared. Okay, so what happened to me at the beginning of the year is I didn't want to go do Comrades, so I did the disc camp. I was persuaded by Karen, once again my wife, to come and do the disc camp 21 kilometer. I did that without training. Needless to say, my legs were paining like crazy.
I actually found Donovan on that day.
Yeah.
We-
Disc camp,
Really?
the disc camp, but it was a 21
Yeah.
kilometer. So I did that without.
So that's thumbs up for Karen, right? Because this is
Yes.
a health thing. So
Yes.
yay!
She really pushed
Karen,
me.
thank you.
No, she really pushed me. And so after the Dust Come 21, I did 3 other 21s. As you can see, these are all the medals that I did. I won't tell people do as much. I did 4 21s, 142 and 150, 50 kilometers before I actually ran the Comrades. So, but what was essential for me was our training method. The club that I'm running for, Johannesburg Harriers, they drill you. You don't wake up 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock you must be at the starting point where you're going to train in the morning. Dark. You have to be there. You have to start running 5 o'clock. You go through Basonia, the hills. You do those tough hills. Whether you're going to run them, whether you're going to walk them, you have to do. And you have to do 50 kilometers in that morning. So you start when it's dark. You end 2 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on how fast you are running. So when you get home, you take a shower, you sit. The minute you sit down, your eyes close, your day is done. But training was essential for me, and I can just thank the Lord that I joined this club. But for me, the thing is with this club, I don't know, will you relate to it? It's for me, running on your own, anyone can do it. Because you become lazy, you can just go and sit.
That's true,
Sit and say, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But with the club, you get pushed because there's an old, his name is Johannes. We call him Uncle Joe. He's 72 years of age.
What?
He's active. Pastor Joan, he beat me in Val. I did 2:19, he did 2:14, but we were running together the entire time. It's not that I'm there for the competition, but I'm just giving an example. 72 years, he beat me.
72 years old and he's still running.
Active. He's fit as a fiddle.
The older people run stronger than what the younger people run. Because
Don't
they are
say so.
consistent in their running. There's a certain consistency that you build in running. Okay.
So now, if we talk, you can't go from the couch to Comrades, right? You can't just go run.
No.
You say your legs were paining.
Yes.
Was that because you just went?
I just went, but even so, after now I'm into training. If you do a 42 kilometers, normally your legs will pain just after the race. But going into a shower, some prefer an ice bath. I prefer very, very, very strong water sitting in a bath. Then my muscles will relax after that. The next day you feel normal again. You'll get small aches and pains, but then the third day, obviously, everything is gone.
But now listen, is this that you are running or walking?
Yes.
You know, and that's almost like a lifestyle.
Yes.
And then you can go into different kilometers. So you start off like with a park run. You go for the 5Ks.
You go for 10K, 21, 42. But for the 42, you have to run under 4 hours 50 minutes to qualify for the Comrades. So if your time is anywhere between 4:50 and down, then automatically you qualify. Then you go into a seeding, what they call a seed. So you get your A seeding, B, C, D, E, F, up until H.
Wow.
So if you qualify, like I qualified 4:47.
Right.
So I was right at the end. H seeding. Right. So if the very fast runners, they qualify maybe 3:30 or so, they may be in the B or A seeding. So they in front, you obviously.
Yeah, because I always thought, I never knew these seedings, right?
Yeah.
So I'm also learning now about the Comrades. So I want to ask, I always thought, you know what now, who do they put in front? How do they actually put that together? Can I just go run there in front, go stand there in front and run with the guys? So there's seeding, there's different seedings.
That's where the difference in running comes into. The front runners, we call them the elite runners. We have 2 categories of runners. Like there's an elite runner and there's a recreational runner. We are recreational runners. Right. Recreational runners, we do it for for like stress relief, lifestyle, weight loss, all these other things. The elite athletes are competing.
Oh, that's competition,
Yeah,
that's competition, for the money, for the money.
That's competing.
Right.
And there's some elite athletes who don't compete, but they just elite athletes, they are fast runners.
Yeah.
And you can actually build yourself from a recreational runner onto a elite athlete. It all depends on your time and your training.
Mm-hmm.
Like take for instance.
So how do you put training in?
That's
Is it
where I'm going
training?
every day. You need to train every day. You need to take off one day per week. If you're training for a race, let's take it from now. Running season will start in August for some of us.
July for me.
July for some of us August.
So why?
Because your muscles need to relax because you're coming
Muscle-
from the
yeah, you come-
Comrades now. This
and-
is this is
and-
the ultimate one.
So
you,
it must relax for...
you must relax. You must your everything
how?
must. We look. It was the 11th. So the 1st of July. That's when we're planning to go. Our team is planning to go back. But you as an individual can do it. But we take this time just to relax. You know, relax everything. You talk running. You don't run. So when the 1st of July comes, then you in it with your running program, and then your program starts afresh. You can either start with 10 kilometers, 21, just training, up until you elevate your body or you feel that you're stronger. Then it will go higher, maybe to 30 kilometers
It's
per day.
amazing how your body can adjust to it. Eh?
Yeah.
Muscle memory, that's what they call it. Your muscle never forgets. Muscle memory. So what Donnie was talking about actually is after Comrades, your muscle has small tears or cuts in them. So they actually need to heal in order for you to start running again. So that's what basically happens why you take time off in healing. That's the only thing. All bodies have different times in healing.
Guys, but you know what? I can't fathom it that I must run for 11 hours. Jullie here weet, nee?
Once you start, I think once you start doing your first, let's say your first 10K, because okay, let's start off by saying this. Let me start off by saying this. If you wanna run, don't start off by just jumping into running. Don't just go and do a 2K on your own. Just start by walking.
Yeah.
Start by walking.
Yeah.
Just walk.
Yes.
Walk. After walking, then you attempt your first run on a 2.5 because you've been
Yeah,
walking.
you're jogging, yeah.
But you do it in your own time.
Yeah.
Don't do it on someone
That's
else's time.
right.
Do it in your own time. And don't let anyone put pressure on you, because the minute someone puts
Yes.
pressure on you, that's the time when you feel, hey, my
Yeah,
body's
then you
aching.
so-
Yeah.
I can't do this
This is not for
anymore.
me.
No, this is not for me. It's for you. Yeah, it's for you.
Yeah.
You need to pain. Us as running Comrades or running a marathon, the pains that you have after running, oh my word.
I can imagine because you know what? I went after a long time because I didn't walk or jog for a while, for very long, and then on what's today? Thursday. On Tuesday, I decided, nah, man, my body is not. I'm not feeling me.
Okay, yes.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel this, my body's not the same. I must go back to walking and jogging. And then I walked, going, and I tried to walk
Yeah.
Okay.
back because I didn't want to go into it, seeing that I wasn't on it for a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
But come I tell you, the following morning, I was really aching. I was sore. So I couldn't understand, why am I so sore? Why is my body sore?
The stiffness will always be there. And we as people also don't have the correct program or the correct running strategy that you need to have. In running, you need to stretch. You need to go to the gym. You need to do strength training as well, whereby you go to the gym. Like, take for instance, let me give you my program for the day. I started my running program actually today. I woke up this morning at 4. I'm from the gym. I went to go do strength training this morning.
So what is strength training?
Strength training
Weights.
is basically doing
Weights.
weights, aerobics class, and strengthening your core.
Right,
So you'll spend 1.5 hours in the gym.
right.
After your 1.5 hours in the gym, this afternoon, I'm currently teaching my wife how to run. So we do a 2.5 park run because the
Right.
park run is not far from where
Wow,
we're
nice,
staying.
man.
So I take her on the park run,
Yes.
on the park run route, and we do a 2.5 walking. I walk with her, but I showed her the route. But me, I will run and come back to fetch her.
Yeah,
Run,
yeah.
come
I
back
used to
fetch
do
her,
that
and then-
with dog. I used to always when we go, then I say, okay, you can walk, it's fine.
Alright.
Let me just take my little
Yeah.
jog, then I'll come back and
That's actually,
yeah.
and actually you busy motivating, you busy igniting something within them. while doing that, because someone will see you run doing that, and then next time he'll also say, okay, let me do a run walk. Run walk, you'll run 500 meters, and then you'll walk 500 meters and run 500 meters. That's why the importance of a running watch is also there. You need to measure your distance and your time. So a running watch will actually tell you at what distance you are.
Wow.
So that's all. There's all these small little things that you need to put in place also in your running, and our runnings will not be the same.
Oh, okay.
Although we will run together in a
As
club,
a team,
as a
yeah.
team, but our running is different from one another. You might run until 5K
And then walk.
and then start struggling. Donovan might make it unto 40Ks and not struggle. I might make it until 2Ks and start struggling.
Why will you say is that? Why?
Because
Why?
all of our bodies are not the same.
Right.
It wasn't
So
let's say it wasn't manufactured
the strength of the body is not the
strength of
same.
the body is not the same. So that is why it is also important to use these things that we have here in front of us. Supplements. Right. Some of the supplements that we use is basically used for replacing what you've run out.
Yeah, take me a little bit now. You're on the track,
Yeah.
right? With all these thousands of people, right? Do you still have that palpitations, that nervousness? Well, am I gonna make it? So, first and foremost, you guys now ran. How many comrades did you run? How many
Okay.
runs?
For me, this is officially my first one. So I qualified in 2017, but I got an injury. So I couldn't go 2017. But officially, this was my first one. And you're talking about struggling. Do you think you're going to struggle along the way? Yes, obviously, the nerves are there. And the nerves are there for a reason, because you respect what you're going to do now. You
Right.
respect the other people around you. Respect yourself. Because, I mean, you're going to do 88 kilometers. So what went through my mind on the entire weekend was
I think only that puts me off.
And it doesn't go to his mind. It's going to his stomach. Ask him what does he do in his stomach. Just
you run to the toilet continuously. So what happened was, I said to myself, look, you did a 50 kilometers. So if you do a 50, you did a 50, so you can do a 60. You know, I had to motivate myself. And obviously Theo phoned me the night before, comrades, motivating me and telling me, take your water, try and take water at all the water points. Try and eat whatever they give you. Take one piece of, they cut it in small pieces, orange. There's bananas, they cut it in small pieces. Take one piece of each and go.
Wow.
Don't camp out at the table. So as you come, you take water and whatever they have juice, you take, because they've got it on plates. You take
Right.
one piece, and you go.
Right.
You run and up until the time when you have to now eat the whatever you're going to eat.
Yeah.
Then you take a small walk, put that thing in your mouth, run. Chew it. As you run, you chew it. So that's not to waste time at the tables.
Right.
Yeah, that's not as to waste time. You have to respect the trade that you're doing.
Right.
So
That's always like I tell him when I'm running with him.
So how many
In Africa-
comrades did you run?
sorry.
Okay, we're gonna go to the medals here in front. I actually have I have a medal
Quite a
for
few.
quite a few, which is I've done my first comrades that I completed was 2018. Successfully completed. I started running comrades in 2016.
Sure.
2016, I got sick at 60 Ks. I thought I was dying at 60 Ks. 60 Ks, I was laying down, I was vomiting, I was everything. There was something wrong with my kidneys on that day, so I could not go any further at 60 Ks.
Really?
I was laying there waiting for a rescue bus to fetch me, and actually we were three of us, three of the guys that was running with me, and they actually currently now they are very good runners. So in 2016 I failed. In 2017 was a great year. I failed with Karen.
Wow.
I failed with Karen. What happened was we started out. I found Karen I think at 10 Ks. 10 Ks starting in the race.
So Karen is also doing comrades for
For
a
a
while.
very long
Yeah,
time.
for
Very
a
long
while.
time. She's the motivating factor. She motivated me to do this thing. Like I said, I did it casually, leisurely, but she motivated me to. She pushed me into doing Comrades.
Wow. That's why she looks so good.
And I think what motivates me is the fact that she does not lose hope. She didn't make it with Theo. They were in the stadium and they could hear how they were counting 10, 9, 8, 7, 1. There the gun goes off.
That was
in the stadium already.
2017. I went through the last cutoff, which is 5th cutoff, I think, or 6th cutoff, where I went through. I'm going to explain to you what cutoffs is on Comrades right now.
Right.
There's cutoffs as well
Right.
on Comrades. So I went through the last cutoff, and Karen said, leave me. And then I told Karen, will you be all right? She said, no, I'll be fine. You can still make it, I can see. I started sprinting. That was in Maritzburg. I started sprinting. Karen said, you'll make it. And as I actually reached the line, I was 3 seconds out. I could see the finishing line, and then the gun went off. And then I was out. And like Karen was like, yeah, you wasted your time with me and what. And then I told her, Karen, I'm going to still come back for Comrades year after year. Don't worry about me. I'll be back. 2018 came. Okay, I finished my first Comrades.
Wonderful.
Very difficult. Very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. But I learned from 2016 and 2017.
17, right.
I learned what to do. 2019, I went back. I said, okay, 2018.
So with the cutoff, they give you a specific time.
Yes, which you must reach.
That you must reach the
yes.
finish
Specific
line.
time.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
No, there's
Irrespective what seed you're in.
Irrespective.
Irrespective.
It's for everyone. It's
Oh,
for everyone.
oh.
Yeah.
Let me say so. Cutoff times as a certain time where you need to reach a certain point at a certain time.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
A certain point at a certain time.
I
if you
see.
don't reach that
Then they
point
know
at a certain
you won't make it for the next one.
Okay.
For the next one. So
Okay,
they automatically cut
cut
you
you
off.
off, and then you
Okay.
get into a rescue bus, they take you back to the stadium. So that's also a quite a difficult thing, because you see, there's a time when you see these rescue buses are driving next to you and you busy running. And then someone's like say, wait, Satan. Wait, Satan.
I think.
Why do you want to pick me up
Yeah,
now?
I think these guys, they get money. The more people they pick up, they get. Yeah, because they will actually, like I was a spectator for most of the time, and they would say, come in. Come, leave the Comrades, man. You're tired, man. You won't make it. Come, brother, come.
Really?
Yeah, they come in and you go into the bus. They take off your number, so then obviously you can't run any further. Some people, like with this run, there was one person that actually walked to the bus, and his mates called him back. They said, come here, come. And he came back and they spoke to him. They gave him whatever they gave him, and he went with them and he finished the Comrades.
Wow.
But it's like you said,
that motivation from others,
the mindset, the mindset,
yes,
So for me, I was really fortunate to have my club mate with me. He paced us so well, Pastor Joan. You won't believe. Theo knows how pacing is on a run. It was 7:45.
Yeah, I suppose that's also very important, right?
It was 7:45. If you go on a downhill and you're just 3-4 steps ahead of him, he will call you back. He'll tell you, I am the bus driver here. You come back to me. And you run next to me.
Right.
And we were running like in a line. We were running. And the minute you go 2 steps, he will call you back. He will tell you, there's a reason why I'm telling you, you must run next to me.
Space, yeah.
At this pace. Because downhills work on your knees a lot.
Yeah.
Because the faster you go, the more brakes you must apply.
That's right.
And it works on your knees. So we went with a steady pace, and whilst we were coming down the downhills, I think it's about 7 or 8 kilometers before you reach the end, you could see the people holding their hips and walking, and he said, painful. You see, this is the stuff I was talking about. That's why I told you guys, let's run with this pace that we are running. We went with this. I met him just before the halfway mark. We ran with that pace up until the end. We ran with that very same pace.
Wow.
We made it well within time, 11:21. There was still 40 minutes left or so. We waited. So pacing is also very, very, very important. Yeah.
Let me just give you a few pointers also on training for the Comrades.
That's what I was going to ask.
Training for the Comrades. You actually
this is the follow-up, right? This is toward the Comrades.
You actually need to do, okay, let's say as a recreational runner, you need to do 10 to 15 Ks in between 10 to 15 Ks training a day. Whereby on a Saturday you do a long run more than 30 Ks. 30 Ks. So every day you need to do at least 10 Ks. And then there comes a time like on Wednesdays. Let's say on Wednesdays we do time trial. Time trial is a 4 kilometer where you run
As fast
as you can. A 4 kilometer run where you run as fast as you can. That's a time trial. I will do that, and I will do a 10K in the afternoon as well. I'll do the time trial in the morning, and then I'll do the 10K in the afternoon. You need to do speed training. Speed training where you go into a track, you do 100 meter sprints, you do 200 meter sprints, 400 meter sprints.
Is this on the treadmill?
On a track. On a track.
On a
The
stadium track.
Field,
Yes,
the track.
yes.
But because many of us are like underprivileged runners, we do speed training on the road.
Yes.
We do it like a pole system.
Yes.
We'll sprint for 2 poles,
Right.
and then run, and then sprint for 2 poles, or we'll
Right.
sprint for 3 poles and come back, sprint for 3 poles, light poles.
Right,
That's how
right,
we
right.
improvise. Like we improvise.
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Yeah, especially if you don't now have a track.
A
you
track,
know?
yeah. That's how we basically do it. We'll sprint for 3 poles, come back, sprint for 2 poles, come back, sprint for 3 poles again, and come back. That's how we do speed training. And that you need to fit into all your programs. And I need to say that I must really say thank you to our families for allowing us
Yeah.
to do that. It takes a lot of family time. It takes a lot of time. It's actually at church as well, because most of the races in Johannesburg is on a
Sunday.
Sunday. So that is why we
Oh.
go out and do races on a Saturday. Like in other provinces,
Right.
it's on a Saturday.
Yes.
So we go out to other provinces as well to go
Okay.
and do races, qualifying races.
Okay.
Not to hinder our Sundays.
Right. Especially if you're now in church on a
Yes,
Sunday.
yes.
So
Yeah.
we need to do that as well. We do races in Pretoria most of the time as well, but it's on a Saturday. So that is basically what we do. And then the one thing that I wanna always leave with you guys is the biggest lesson that I've learned in running is not all running days are the same. Not all running days are the same. You might feel today that I'm feeling down. And I'm not going out.
Because this is a
the
mind
time when you
thing,
must-
right?
Yeah, that's
This is
the
a
time when you
mind
must.
thing.
You should push yourself to go out. When you're not, like, your mind's not feeling, that's the day when you should push yourself to go out. I've learned that. That's the day that you really actually need to go out. Because if you
Why would you say that?
If you leave yourself in that mind state where I'm feeling down. I'm not feeling-
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're gonna say, okay, I'm feeling down again. By the time you get used, you've not gone out for 7 days, 8 days.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You haven't gone out for 7 days, 8
That's
days.
a fact. So you have to push yourself.
Yourself,
You have
yeah.
to motivate
To
yourself.
push yourself.
Yes.
yourself.
So you see, with that motivation, a mirror is the thing. Speak to yourself.
Self, yes.
Speak to that person who's looking back at you and say, "Hey, now come on, now you can do this. You've got this."
And
man."
always ask for advice from runners who are doing it for a long time.
yeah.
Their thing might not work. Like
That's true.
Next year we'll be doing Comrades with guys who are doing their 30th Comrades. Next year you'll be doing Comrades with someone. We're doing it with Gerard van Wyk, on Babes as we call him. He's doing his 30th Comrades next year. Elvis Niekerk is doing his 30th Comrades next year. There's quite a few guys which are coming from the township which are doing their 30th Comrades. So
That's
an
awesome.
inspiration for
That's
us.
awesome.
That's a big
Yes.
inspiration
That's
for us.
wonderful.
There's guys in the township who's done 10 Comrades, and that's like, these guys have done it. I can do it as
do it,
well. I can
exactly.
do it as well. But it's not as easy as we think it is. It's hard work. Everything that you do in life is hard work.
Africans are very good with running,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Very
They-
good.
Absolutely
Very,
good.
very good. I think we as a South African country, or let's say South Africa. Okay, let's take Africa in general. We've got Elliot on our continent. We've got a phenomenal runner, Gerda Steyn.
Oh, yes, I love that woman.
Gerda Steyn.
She does everything with a smile.
Gerda Steyn, she's doing very well.
Very
now we've
well.
got Tete Dijane is taking over.
Yay, man.
which is actually, I need to say, as Africans, as South Africans, we are doing very, very well.
That's
in
wonderful.
running.
That's awesome to hear. I want to go back to to this thing that's here, all these things that's here in front of us. So if you can take us through this, this is before you run, or what? or what is it?
Okay, basically,
Do you use this every day? Do you what is it?
Donovan, I'm gonna give you yours. Basically, the supplements that we have here in front, you need to find what works with you. So you're gonna go through a lot of supplements. Running is also not. Let me say, running is not a cheap sport as well. It's quite expensive to run.
Yeah, because of what you must put into
What
your
you must
body.
put into your body, and the running shoes. The running
Oh,
shoes
yeah,
is expensive.
okay.
Running shoes is expensive because why? You'll find that Nike work with Donovan. Donovan will buy a Nike and a Nike won't work with him. So that is why there's shops that you actually need to go to, like
The sweatshop.
the sweatshop, where they.
Where
put
do you
your-
find a sweatshop?
The sweatshop
There's
is in Dunkeld.
Dunkeld in Bedford View is the other
Yeah,
one.
Dunkeld and Bedford
Bedford
View.
View.
They actually fit the shoe on your foot and you run with it, and they tell you what shoe you need,
Really?
you need
Yes.
for running.
Yeah.
They actually do tell you what shoe you have. There's a shop, I think.
Because it can actually hurt your feet, right?
It can give
Because
you.
that happened to me.
Yeah, running
It
can.
can
Yeah,
hurt
the shoe that you actually run with can actually.
you can
it
hurt your
can-
foot,
it
yeah.
can-
And I think
hurt
that's the
your-
most important part of running. Your running shoe needs to be the correct running shoe. So first of all, you don't just go out and buy a running shoe. You need to get to the right place to buy it. So the sweatshop in Dunkeld, there's a shop in Four Ways as well. I actually don't know the name.
Because you know,
Sportsman's
sometimes you
Warehouse used to
think-
do it in the Glen.
Is
I
it?
don't- Yeah, Sportsman's Warehouse in the Glen used to do it. So I don't know, are they still doing it? Sportsman's Warehouse at Clearwater, still Total Sports at Clearwater, still doing it as well. They've got a treadmill there as well. So if you want to visit those shops just to find out what running shoe, Total Sport at Clearwater Mall.
And also another point on the running shoe is for runners. Some runners will not prefer, but you actually have to do it. If like I'm a normal size 9, so some runners take 2 sizes bigger than their normal size. Simple reason for that is your nails, especially when you go downhill.
Yeah. Your foot must go
move,
forward.
yeah, forward and backward. So you lose your nails. You'll find that currently I've got 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 nails they're black. They're gonna fall off anytime soon. But I've got the shoe size. I'm a 9. I've got the size 10 running shoe. So what happened with that one is I think it's a sock because I struggled from the 30 kilometers to the end. And I did not want to sit down because I was afraid I'm going to lose my teammates
Right,
here. Yeah, so
okay.
I did not. So I had to push through that pain.
Right.
So you don't go and take a size fit shoe. You take a shoe size bigger.
Oh.
Either 2 sizes bigger or 1 size bigger because it's going to affect your toenails. Yeah, you're going to lose nails on a regular basis.
And blisters as well.
And blisters as
It can
well.
give you blisters if you wear the exact size. Running shoes will always be a size.
And then
size bigger.
with the socks, must you now then put on thick socks?
It
Or
all
what?
it all depends on your cushioning in your running shoe. If you put
Wow.
if your cushioning is a thick cushioning in your running shoe, then you don't need a thick sock.
Okay.
If the cushioning is not, because I think the elite runners don't run with those thick cushioning as well. The cushioning is very light because they are light. It also depends on your body weight.
Yeah.
It depends.
Oh.
Yeah.
It depends on.
Yo.
Yeah.
It depends on a lot of
There's
things.
quite a
Yeah.
few
There's quite a
things in
few
this,
things.
eh?
And your doctor as well. You need to see a doctor as well because a doctor will advise you on, are you fit enough to run? Are you this? Are you that? Are you that? He needs to test your sugar. He needs to test your high blood level.
I
your
know.
high blood. He needs to
For
do all
real.
those things. And you really
Yeah.
need to know
Really?
your
Yes.
status in your health. You need to know whether you've got sugar. You need to know whether you've got high blood. You need to know all these things because you'll find on Comrades there's runners who died. I think in 2018,
Yeah.
I think 2018 or 2019,
Yeah,
I
there
was
were
actually,
quite a few, yeah.
I was actually, I saw this old man and his daughter running together and he fell down and he passed on. And it was like shocking for us. It was like, and I told myself, I'm not coming back next year. I think that was 2018, yeah. And I told myself, no, I'm not coming back next year. The next year I was back.
So with the testing and stuff like that, I've got a friend. He's at church. I'm not going to mention his name now. So he knows his sugar levels and what have you not. So he's a diabetic. So what he does is he controls it. And actually the running, the doctor said to him, the running actually helps him. It helps him a lot with the condition that he has.
Yeah, you
And
know, I
soon-
find also
Yeah.
I wanna amen that, because I find even if you have and you suffer with indigestion,
Yeah.
that also helps.
Helps a lot, yes.
Yeah, even the fast walking,
Yes.
brisk walking,
Yes.
it helps a lot with
I
with
think that's why
even
in
that.
the beginning
Yeah.
when you mentioned that your body wasn't feeling
Yeah,
well,
my body
your
wasn't
body
well.
wasn't feeling, and you decided to go back
Yeah.
to the running. That's the reason why, like toxins start building
Yeah,
up
yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
body,
Yes.
and then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
get back.
Yeah, I
into
could
running.
actually feel that.
I know.
So
my-
now you're saying this friend have diabetes, and that this is the report from a doctor.
Doctor, because he goes, I think every third month or so he goes to the doctor. So the doctor told him that this is actually helping you. The running is helping. And he's mainly focusing on 10 kilometers. So he's going to up it for 21. Okay, his main aim is now also to do Comrades. But he's going to up it until
Wow.
20. So I said to him, do as many 21s as you can.
Yeah.
Your body will tell you,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
go.
I can go
Go,
further.
yeah, go a little
Yeah.
bit further because he runs with the chocolate and whatever. So sometimes it
Yes,
feels
yes,
yeah,
absolutely so,
right.
yeah.
But he controls it, and this running, honestly, it helps him a lot. It helps him a lot with his conditioning.
It helps a lot with a lot of things, right?
a lot of
because your it keeps you active,
Yeah.
and the more active a person is, the better your body will
Fight.
Respond, yeah.
fight.
Well, the better I
viruses
personally
and stuff like that.
experienced that. I was sick in 2022. I was very sick in 2022 when I went to go and run Comrades. Funny enough, I started out by telling my wife I'm gonna run halfway. The doctor
Oh yes,
said
that was a story he told everyone.
the
I'm just going to run halfway
the-
and I'm going to stop.
the doctor said halfway.
But when you're there,
Yeah, the motivation.
Halfway, and then halfway came in, and I told her, nah, halfway I'm fine. I tested everything feels fine. She said, you said halfway, because I ran with the phone.
Yeah.
I ran with the phone when I
yeah,
ran
that's
Comrades,
important. Yeah.
because of my condition
Yeah,
and
yeah.
certain things. So you'll always find me running with the phone.
Yes.
So I was telling her, I feel all right, man. And she said, no, man, stop. Don't get out. I said to her, don't worry. When anything happens, I'm going to call you first. Huh? She found me screaming at the finishing line. That's why, screaming at the finishing line. And then when I told the doctor, he said to me, you took a chance. And your chance worked. He said, sometimes our
Your
sickness,
mind.
our diseases
Yeah.
works within your mind.
Yeah.
As I also explained to you some time ago, that I cannot let anything keep me down.
Yes.
I'm a very positive person. When
Yes.
it comes to deciding something, I decided I'm going to do this, and I love this, and I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to keep me away
Right.
from this thing. I enjoy running. Let me say I enjoy running. And I personally motivate, and I personally will tell everyone that I come across, just try running. Just
So
try.
would you say that running is actually also a frame of mind? When you're not in a good frame of mind,
Yes.
you can actually
Yes.
put yourself off
Because
and down.
the minute you go and the gun goes off, it's like everything that you were experiencing, you leave it behind, you go. Because you get a person struggling and now you want to go help that person, or you see someone falling down, or you have something, one of these candy bars, whatever. You want a candy bar? Oh yes, please, thank you, just saved my life. I remember in the Val, there was an old man, he runs with his head down. He did Comrades, by the way. So someone said to me that old man needs something sweet because
Yeah.
he didn't eat something. The tables, water tables,
It was
wasn't.
yeah.
It was far
Yeah, I
apart.
remember, and the water wasn't
Yeah.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
So I ran to him. I gave him this orange. He ate it and he stood up and he came back. So at the end of the race, I didn't even see him. He came to me. He just gave me a hug. He said, "Thank you very much." You know,
Oh
so
my word,
I made his day. You know,
man.
without realizing it, because I didn't run on the day. I was just helping. So I ran. I gave him the orange and stuff like that. So you help someone along the way. You start talking to this person. In the next race, you meet that person again. You start talking, and And like you said, you just forget about things that happen. So when the race ends, that's where you're, oh, this problem, that problem, that. But for that 4.5 hours, whatever the time you're going to run there, you forget about everything. It's just you and the race and the people that's there.
Sure.
And you
That's
wanting
nice.
to
It actually
finish.
doesn't
Actually
even matter.
very
It
nice.
actually doesn't even matter the problems that you've been having. It's like sometimes you find solutions while
running.
While running.
Yes.
I remember. Let me just share this experience with us. Me and Donnie, we done low scope 50K, which is the medal in the second last medal.
This one.
The second last medal we done low scope.
Wow.
It was a 50K. I actually done it we actually done it, my team actually done it as a brotherhood. We actually done it as a training run, whereby we were going to have fun. And our motto basically is we run for fun.
Yes, okay.
You'll hear shout that
Yes.
always, we run for fun.
Yes.
That's what we do. What do we do for fun? We run. That's what
Right.
so we told Donovan and Karen, when you fall behind us, you are in trouble. Because we are the sweeper bus.
Right.
We are sweeping everyone. Do not
Right.
fall behind us.
Right.
And we were actually playing and laughing and making jokes while running, and we were singing, and for the whole 50Ks. When we picked up Donovan, he was actually walking with another old man,
Gentleman,
Willem. And Willem was actually struggling, and Donovan was walking with him, and they were talking, and then we picked them up. We were singing, making noise, and Donovan left us.
No, but that was what 1 kilometer, not 1, yeah,
Just
1 kilometer
2
to go.
kilometer,
To
2
go.
kilometers.
They, like you said, they took it for fun. I also just went because I already qualified for the Comrades. So I
Right.
just took it as a practice run.
Okay.
So when I came to the water point, and I just took my stuff, and they were camping out and talking and telling everyone, thank you
Right.
very much. And then
Right.
and it was a very steep hill. When I looked around, I saw them still talking there. So I said, I'm not going to wait for these guys. And I went. But at the end of the race, I went to them and I said to them, thank you. Because this old man, he tore his Achilles.
Oh.
So I said to him, no, I'm gonna walk with you. So what we did was the pole story that Theo was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, we run 2 poles, we walk
Right.
1. We run 2 poles, we walk 1.
Right.
We run 2. So that actually also, so I said, I'm gonna do that with you. It's not a problem. He said, no, go. I said, no, I'm here. I'm a runner. I'm not here to qualify. I already qualified. So I'm prepared to help you. So when they came along, because they were bigger,
Right.
so we jumped into they call it a bus. Jumped into their
Okay.
bus, and then we went on. We went on our merry way. So that's how you make friends. You meet
Wow.
people along the way. The camaraderie at Comrades, it's something else. You have to be there to really experience what we're telling you now. Like on the Comrades, you won't find 2 kilometers without seeing people. It's like every 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, there's people, and there's a lot of people. They shout at you. Our names are written on. Come on, Donovan, you can do this.
Wow.
You know how that makes you feel,
That's
Pastor Joan?
so
You feel
lekker.
sometimes you feel like, look at these people. They don't know what I'm going through, but they're pushing you. Let me go. And now when you see people along the way, now you want to.
Yes,
and it
that's
actually
true.
helps you. They motivate you. They shout for you. Donovan, there's something for you. Don't you want to eat? There's something for you, my brother. It's you have to be
But
there,
we're
Pastor
losing
John.
it. We have to go back here.
Oh, this year, okay.
Yeah.
It's actually very nice. Okay, this one we call it carbo load. This is actually carbo load. This you use every day. This I use every day when training, but mostly before a race, you'll find me drinking 5, 6 of them. 5, 6.
Is that sessions?
No, it's like a powder.
Oh.
It's a powder that you mix.
Oh.
A powder that you just mix with water.
Oh.
So it has a very nice smell as well.
I can smell.
It has a very nice smell. It has a nice taste as well, but it puts back all the electrolytes in your body that you've run out.
Yeah,
It
orange,
puts-
mango and orange.
It puts back it's got some vitamins as well, calcium, magnesium, all the stuff that you run out. You put it back with the carbo load. We call it carbo load.
Okay.
It's a carbo load. And then we have slow mag. Slow mag, I actually don't prefer using slow mag, but I use it because of the magnesium that I think your body needs a lot of magnesium.
Yeah, it's true.
As well as calcium
when you're
also.
running, and calcium when you are running. So
Yeah,
this,
I can imagine because of your bones and
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
I use also after running. Then you'll find us while we are running, we'll use something like this rehydrate. Rehydrate is actually basically also to put back all the.
Do you use this
On the race.
on the race?
Yeah, you
on
can
the
just-
race.
While you're running at the
Running, yeah.
water point, you just stop. You take it open, mix it with water in a cup, and then you
drink it.
and then you move on.
Sure.
You move on, and then there's this sausage that we use. This is like how do they say? It's spikes. It's
Yeah.
like just an injection like that. It's a.
It gives you that
it
that
gives you a
boost.
boost. Yeah,
Wow.
Very quick
a
boost.
boost, a very
Wow.
quick boost.
Yeah.
So we use these ones just to give you that boost to put that boost back into your
body.
A caffeine shot.
Yeah.
Espresso flavor, guys. Espresso flavor. Yay, man.
Very nice, but I think you run it out as well. You run it out so it doesn't stay in your body for much
long.
long.
It's amazing that the caffeine shot gives you that
That
oomph.
oomph. Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives you the oomph. Really, it gives you.
Wonderful.
Gives you that.
So on this way is the Artway Chronic. So this is just for your to help your knees. So these ones, preferably before a race, you can have every day. And this is your vitamin C. This we take every day.
Yeah, very important.
This, your vitamin C
Wow.
tablets. This we take every day, and then obviously your energy. This is an energy bar. This you can eat. It's like your normal
Rice food.
Yeah.
Rice food.
Yeah.
Yeah, this you can just eat. I normally just eat half of it, and then whoever's next to me, they want, I'll just give it. Because I don't want to load my stomach too full
That's right.
of
That's
things.
right, yeah.
And like Theo said, with the slow mac, with the calcium and magnesium, this we took 2 weeks prior to Comrades. Every morning, my wife and I will take one each day. Even up until today, we take it. We don't stop with it. We just go. We just carry on.
just continue.
And also important on race day, don't use things that your body is not used to. So what you've taken all this now Theo comes and say, hey, you must try this new one. This is new on the market. The new on the marketing will agree with his body, but not with your body. So
Yes.
you'll find yourself running more to the toilet than being on the road. So that's where you have to stick with what you know and
What
what
your
body
body knows,
is used to.
yeah.
What your body is
Right,
used to, yeah. So you
right.
can't
Because
overload
it's
your
almost like a object that the body rejects.
It rejects,
But,
yeah. Your body doesn't know what's going on now. What is this new
They
thing
say
Yeah.
now?
don't use anything new on race
Yeah.
day.
On race day,
Yeah,
don't
race day,
use
don't
it.
use
Rather
anything.
try and use it when you're doing your training.
Your prep, yeah.
Yeah, when you're doing your training, so try and use it so that your body can
Get used to it, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Awesome, wonderful,
But you need
man.
to just make sure you need to get something to replace what you've run out.
yeah.
Especially
So tell me
on
about the
training days.
salt and all that
Okay,
things, yeah.
Basically, yeah, there's other remedies that we also use besides all of this stuff. We use salt. You always hear us asking for salt when we're running. Salt. Can we have salt? When you run, your body loses salt. A lot of salt through sweating.
Yeah.
So basically and I think that's magnesium as well.
Yeah.
Whereby we put the salt back
into
by
your body. You
using
put the
by
salt
by
back,
taking
yeah.
salt
Physically, just like
physically salt and just taking salt and drinking it with water.
Yeah.
So that you'll see after running like your Pastor Joan, if you do your first 10K, you're gonna have a headache like crazy. That's because of the salt loss and all the toxins that you've lost. So you need to replace it with salt, and then you need to eat. We eat potatoes on the way. We eat oranges on the way. We eat
Bananas.
They
They give you maho in the box, but they don't throw it full.
It's half.
It's half. On
But it's
Comrades,
manufactured like that. It's manufactured like that because it's sealed.
It's sealed, yeah.
It's manufactured
like
especially
that.
for Comrades.
For Comrades, they
Really?
they give you the small one, but it's not full
It's
to
not-
capacity.
it's half.
It's half just for you, the
For you to
runner.
fuel, yeah.
Just to finish it. Sometimes you don't even finish it because I gave most of the guys the small boys around.
Yeah.
Give it to them and stuff like that. But so they give you that along the way. So you need to
fuel.
to
You need to
refuel.
refuel.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you get used to it. Like on training runs, you make yourself used to eating. Like we'll have club runs. Let's take it like this. We have club runs. Our club runs is different runs. The different long runs that we have. Let's say long runs. The long runs will not be less than 3 hours. you will run for more than 3 hours. That's called a long run.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, we also do long runs where Donovan's club is in the south of Joburg at Kibble Park.
Kibble Park,
We
yeah.
mostly join them as well because they've got tough hills on that side.
Yeah.
The club runs we'll organize them. The calendar will come out now when the race calendar comes out for running. There's a race calendar as well, which we get from Nedbank Running Club. Thank you, Nedbank Running Club, for always providing us every year with a race calendar. And we basically slot in our team, like the team runs into those things. Team runs get slotted
So
into
you
that.
will say that it's best to then actually belong to a team.
Yes. You
that
actually-
can actually, especially if you're a beginner.
Yes.
For a beginner,
Yes.
just to.
And you actually need a club to run Comrades. You can't run club Comrades as an
Individual.
As an individual,
independent
right.
runner. You need to belong to a club.
Yeah. No man is an island. You need people,
You
right?
need people. Like I was telling Donovan, we as a club also we have a lot of runs. We have a 9-hour run where we start running from 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we do it for 9 hours. That's before Comrades, it's a 9-hour run. And then we have a running from Magalis right up until my house. We run from Magalis to my house. That's a training run. That's we slot in a lot of things. It takes a lot of time.
And commitment.
And commitment in preparing for Comrades.
You have to be committed. You have to be committed
You
with
need to
this.
seriously be committed.
Because Theo, like I told Pastor John, in the morning when 5 o'clock you must be there. 5 o'clock, doof, there we go. Training. And you go on the hills, you run 50 kilometers. 25 of that will be normal, and then 20 of maybe 10 or 15 will be climbing. And literally climbing all the way. Your legs will feel like it's jelly, they wobble.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. You have to put the mileage on the legs. Your legs have to get used to climbing.
And eventually it does, eh?
It
It does. Like at Comrades, we didn't run the hills. We walked them as fast as we could. The hills, because you're gonna exhaust yourself very quickly if you run all those hills. I mean, only the elite runners, they do it. Yeah, but we were walking most of them. We were walking them, and when you get to the top, then you go again. Off you go again. You run again.
You'll actually do heat training as well, whereby you run after church from church you run home.
Yeah, you run home.
From church you run home. Because church comes out at 11
o'clock,
12.
yeah.
So 12 o'clock you start running, whereby you do heat training.
Yeah.
What's that?
You run in the heat, in the sun.
Heat training. You need to expose your body to the heat in order for your body to get accustomed to the temperatures that your body will reach inside when running. So you need to do heat training.
So do they run in the rain also?
We run in the rain.
Run in the rain.
We run in
If
the
it's
rain.
raining, then
If
you
it's
must
raining,
run.
you run.
You run. There's no exception. You have to run.
You run.
Yeah. It's only.
With a raincoat on.
No.
They give you some races. They'll give you like a plastic where you have to put on over your body. Then you go with
Or
your
you
cap
design
on,
your
then you
own
go.
cover. You design
You your own cover. You
and
take this
then
JM
just
packets. You put your arms through there in your head. There you go on your merry-go-round.
on your way.
My grief.
On your way. It's a healthy lifestyle. I think it's something else, man.
So guys, do you need a mentor in this sport?
Oh yes, a mentor, most definitely. You need someone that you can always piggyback on. Like I'm open for, especially the guys in my club. They've been there, they've done it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
advice, I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll talk to Theo. Advice, I'll take it.
Yes.
My wife also, she's been there.
Yes.
I'll take it. So you take all that. He even phoned me a day before Comrades, the evening before Comrades, a video call, him and his wife. So we spoke, and he told me about the water and
Yeah.
and I made sure on the day, every
Yeah.
water point, take water, even if you just drink it half.
Right.
Take water, you take that Energite, they give it also in a plastic bag like that. Even if you take half, you eat whatever you need to eat, go. Every table.
Don't skip a
But
table.
the last table, Pastor Joan, my stomach was so full of water, I could not take any water again. Yeah, I took something sweet, the Energite they gave us, that's all. And after the race, you can't even
eat.
Can't even eat your
Your stomach
Yeah,
is
I
full.
wanted to
You
ask
can't
now,
eat.
post comrades.
You can't. The evening.
What happens to your body?
You can't eat. I just had a small candy bar and a Coke. I think in a slice of bread. I didn't even finish a slice of bread. But the next morning, yeah, it was
Hunger.
all
Hunger
all hell
strike.
was loose. So,
Hunger.
so I could eat, but I think on
So
sorry,
now, post a race, do you still check your body out? You still go on to all these vitamins and
No,
stuff?
you leave
Is
all
this-
these things. You
You
need
leave
to.
them.
You need to. The first thing that I always do after Comrades, I take a bath after Comrades just to
Relax
to
your
relax.
muscles. Yeah.
You must remember your heartbeat doesn't go back the same as
Oh,
beating
okay,
the
yes,
same
yes,
the
yes,
same
yes,
day.
yes.
Your heartbeat will take a few days to
Right,
go
right,
back
right.
to normal. So you need to monitor all this stuff. You need to monitor my heartbeat. You need to monitor your breathing. You need to monitor your the way you go to the toilet. You need to monitor a lot of things. You're walking. Donovan, I think Donovan couldn't walk properly for 4 days.
3 days exactly.
You can't.
Because you walk like a robot, your muscles
Your
is
muscles.
aching like crazy, Pastor Joan. And I had blisters on my feet because I pushed. I didn't want to stop along the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
So your muscles is aching. You walk like a robot when you go up a stage. You can't go one. You go one foot and you put the other one there with the other one. So you help yourself and you go up. You just struggle with walking. But by day one, you can feel there's a little bit of difference. The Monday, the Tuesday, little bit. The Wednesday, small little. The Thursday only, everything started to go okay.
So your heart rate and that doesn't go.
You need to
it does-
monitor all those things.
Yeah.
And in certain cases, like mine, I need to immediately when I get back to Joburg, I'll make an appointment
With the doctor.
I'll make an appointment with the doctor. When I reach back in Johannesburg, I go straight to the doctor, straight to do
Right,
vitals, to
okay.
do all tests
Right,
because I
right.
need to see him.
Okay.
And if he gives me the clearance, I rest.
Oh, awesome.
You rest.
Wonderful. So we came to the end of our show, and I want to ask the last question to you. Your biggest lessons learned, the mistakes that you've made and you've learned out of it. What will you say will that be?
For me, the biggest lesson that I've learned was I honestly can do all things through Christ. And I can honestly do all things. There's a saying that goes, a made-up mind is a dangerous mind.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah, so my mind
It's a
was made
powerful
up.
mind.
Yeah, my mind was made up. I told my wife, I'm going to do Comrades, because they people set goals for themselves. I want to do
Yeah.
it 10 hours, 11 hours. I said to her, I just want to go over the finish line. That's all.
Right.
So I accomplished what I set out for myself to do. She accomplished it, and yeah, that's a lesson
It's
learned.
so
that-
beautiful, to see that husband and wife is doing it together. That to me is so special. It's so beautiful.
And I must just say that she was really the driving force behind everything. Theo will tell you, Pastor John, that like I said, I was there. I took her to the races. Sometimes I will run. Sometimes I feel I don't want to run. But now, ever since now, the beginning of the year, I just said, man, just leave this laziness and just go.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about my health or anything. I just said, no, let me just go. And there it is. I accomplished my first time doing the Comrades. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I mean, there's the medal. The medal speaks for itself.
That's
My time is
11
there.
hours.
11. I
Goodness
never
Lord.
knew that I could run for 11 hours. I never, ever thought that I will be able to do it. But yeah, like I said, the made-up mind is a dangerous mind.
Yeah, and you were saying?
Biggest lesson I've learned, I can do all things through Christ.
Strengthens me.
Strengthens me. Biggest lesson I've learned, we make so many friends with running. Biggest lesson I've learned, my wife is my biggest support structure that I have. I think without my wife's support and without my kids' support and without, let me say, my church,
Yeah.
not even my church's support, within my workplace, I think the workplace needs to upgrade it, but my workplace, the people that I work
Right.
with, the support that I get
Wow,
from
wonderful.
them, the biggest, let me say, the biggest lesson that I've learned is that God is always on my side. God,
Yeah,
God has
true.
never left me. God will never leave me.
Yes.
He'll never.
Yes.
That's the lesson. A lesson that I'm still learning is that I fail to understand God deeply in my running.
Right,
He-
right. Because it's like it's almost like you're alone with Him.
Yeah.
You know, you have that time.
yeah,
that
that is-
time.
that
Yeah,
time.
Really.
I take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
why
my
when I
time.
go
That's my
run,
time.
when I go
For the
out,
walks, yeah.
That's God's
Yeah.
time.
that's that to me is like I'm doing my own time with the Lord,
Yeah.
and it's special. It's very special. What is the what would you say was the mistakes you've made that you will never do again
I mean, in running.
in the running?
Well, for me, I would say not training.
Okay.
Look, my first run was the disc camp, and I didn't train.
Okay.
Lessons learned. I will never
Yeah.
ever do that again.
Yeah.
I won't go into a race thinking that you know everything.
Right.
Take advice from people that was there.
Right.
And like I said, the support structure I get from Theo and them, even Ashwin McCabe, my wife, people told me, do A, B, and C. And on the race, I tried my best to apply what people told me. Look, do this, you won't fail.
Yes.
So honestly, take advice from people that was there, people that know, and don't go there thinking that you know everything. Yeah.
Ew.
Never,
And what would you say?
Never go into a race thinking that you know everything.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
that's
right.
the biggest,
Right.
biggest failure
Yeah.
that we have. I must say also, let me just add this one thing. In my club, I am the pacemaker.
Right.
I'm the pacemaker. They love the pace that I run because I do it consistently. Let me say I do it like women do it.
You're
Women
right,
are
right,
strong
right.
runners and they keep a pace.
Yeah, it's a fact.
All women have a
A
pace
pace,
that they run. They don't change their pace.
Yeah,
and
tell
they
me
come-
about it.
they-
Tell me about it.
They are the stronger runners.
Really?
So that is what I've learned from most women runners, that I keep the pace.
Wow, wonderful.
I stick to that one pace. But I have no. I seriously even know. I don't have any. I don't think I ever regret that.
Regrets in it.
Regrets. I don't
Right.
I don't have nothing.
Okay.
No regret.
So yeah, we came to the end of our show, and we want to thank everybody who actually came on with us. Yeah, I see there's so many of you who's busy talking to us. Candace, Sammy, thank you so much. Good morning, Pastor Eileen. Thank you, Karen. You talk to us, your girlfriend. Thank you so much. Candace, Sammy say you guys will run at the age of 80 still. Yay. Karen says, what a show, Pastor Joan. This is really great motivation to our next generation, and that's so true. Identify your reason for running. If you don't know why you're running, it's hard to stay motivated. Right? So you know what? I take this thing, that's why I have this. I take this as because your spiritual life is like a marathon running. That's what it is. It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
Because you learn on the way, and that is why I like what you said earlier on. You said, take from the people who were there
Yeah.
before you. This you can take as a spiritual run as well, you know, because in the natural you can do it, but
Yes.
in the spirit you
Spirit.
can do it too. Karen says, running for me is a stress reliever. I just love it. Endurance grounds you. And then Shoni say, I'm so proud of you guys. I salute you. And then Candace says, woo, guys, this is a manual. It's really intense. She say, I take my hat off. I won't look at runners the same way. Yeah, that's very true, eh? And then Shoni say, I agree, Sammy. These are strong men. Karen say, accept pain as part of life. And you see, on your road, accept the pain. Sometimes there's pain in the feet that you feel you want to give up, but
Yes.
it's time to keep on moving. Move with that pain, with those blisters on your feet. Start moving. Don't stop. It's only 1 kilometer before the finishing line. And that is a motivation to those who are listening to us this morning. We have the people on the tracks, you know, marathon runners who runs for so long, Lord. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, have a strong mind. Motivate yourself. Get up and just do it. And that's my motivation for you today. Endure the race, because there's a crown awaiting you at the end. You see these medals? There's a medal awaiting you at the end of the finishing line. So don't give up. If God is for you, who can be against you? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you that you always are there for us. We really appreciate you. Thank you for being on the Talk with Joan show this morning. I really appreciate you guys. May God bless you. Go in the peace of the Lord. I love you. God loves you best. Mwah.
As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams. As I look upon my life, there's a passion inside. Heaven knows I'm living my dreams.